Long time no see, everyone. Welcome to Moogle Speak on Game Latte. I am restarting my Final Fantasy XIV videocast because I am quite enjoying the game again. I know in past video blogs on Game Latte, I was saying that I was playing Star Wars The Old Republic instead of Final Fantasy XIV, and I was. And as you may recall, in my last video on Moogle Speak, I was really frustrated with the game, with the current patches, because, they were throwing all these fixes at us and all these different adjustments. They can only do one step at a time. So while one things was different, other things that were kind of working with it weren't. So gear adjustment had an impact, and then you had leaves that were not adjusted, along with a higher death penalty when it came, because when you died, your gear would take a lot of damage. You'd have to repair a lot more than before, but the leaves were more difficult and they became more challenging because of the other adjustments. So it became very frustrating for me as a solo player. Now, if I'd been playing the group all the time, I probably would not have noticed as much, but because I use leaves quite a bit, I mean, I abuse leaves, because I only have a little bit of a time to play. I'm a very, very casual player. So, that growth spurt right there in the game was very painful for me. It was very frustrating. So I just stopped and I went to play a new game, and that was fun for a while. And, Star Wars The Old Republic, I'm not going to talk too much about it, but I just wanted to say it's a different kind of game, different pace. It still has a lot of strategy as well, which is what I've enjoyed from the Final Fantasy series. But it has, all the story and the voice acting and all that, which I find is nice once in a while to just go into that environment. But Final Fantasy XIV still has a lot of character and really good atmosphere, and the story is just as good to me. So when I was on Twitter about a month or two ago, and I seen that Final Fantasy XIV was getting these server merges, so we're gonna get a whole bunch of new people into our servers or world, and I thought that would be exciting. And also the in-rooms were available, and that's a bit like personal housing, except you can't decorate them as of yet, or if you ever will, but you do have extra storage in there, and you do have well, extra storage for special items like I think I want to say legacy gear, but it's not legacy. It's just special artifact gear, and those egg caps from the Easter event, and pumpkin head from the Halloween event. All those seasonal type of headgear, and those kinds of items, bonus items that you got from playing Final Fantasy XI, and from ordering the collector's edition go into this special wardrobe. You also have a band there that, which is really new. Now you can click on the bed and exit the game through there, and it actually has a little go to sleep animation. That's really awesome. And then when you log back in, you roll out of bed, and there's cute little animation, and they're all different according to the race and then maybe even sex that you play. So I play Mikote, so I don't know if they're different from sex, because obviously we don't have male Mikotes yet, so I don't know, but whatever. I thought that is a really, really nice immersive touch. And now, of course, this is really recent, this what I'm talking about now. But yeah, there's been a lot of different changes. The one thing that really sold me on the game now, going back to what I was talking about before, from being frustrated with the battle system and leaves, is that now it's not. Actually, leaves are really, really easy to level from, and actually maybe a little ridiculously so. They even said, I believe, Yoshida or someone has stated that in version 2.0, coming, I believe, in September or December, not too sure when that comes through. I think beta is going to come first for us. But anyway, in 2.0, in the new version of Final Fantasy XIV, I believe they're going to tone that down. So, if you have not been playing the game and you're thinking, is it worth it to come back now? You do have to pay now. There is a subscription. I know a lot of my viewers were asking about this before, and yes, indeed, there's a subscription. It is, I think it is discounted now. It is $9.99 for one character, and you might have to pay for another character. However, if you play for 3 months right now, starting now, or if you have already been playing for 3 months, you become part of the Legacy membership, which is quite huge. I will tell you what it is right now. So with the Legacy, so eligibility, let's say, users with service accounts that have paid for at least 90 cumulative days. So it's not like 3 months in a row. It's like they count all of the time that you've had either. So if you paid for 2 months and you took a month off and you came back, it all counts. Okay? Days of subscription between January 6, 2012 and the starter version 2.0 beta testing are eligible. Square Enix will automatically notify you if you're eligible, and you may also confirm your eligibility by using the Square Enix account management system. So what happens is if you have membership, then the price will always be $9.99. You will have every 30 days. You will have max playable characters per world, 8. You have 8 characters that you complete per world for a total of 40 characters for free for $10 a month. Then you will have, for those that are non-legacy later on that will start playing in 2.0, there will be 2 different types of subscriptions. You will have entry, which is $12.99 for 30 days. You only have 1 playable character per world, so it's a total of 8 characters. And then there's the standard membership, which is $14.99 for 30 days. Max playable characters per world is 8. So again, for a max of 40. So those will be the options once 2.0 hits. Also, for the Legacy members, you get a free in-game chocobo mount, which is pretty rad looking. It looks like it almost has like Dark Knight armor or something going on. It's pretty awesome. And then Legacy members can request to have their name, I'm thinking it's character name here, displayed in the credits for version 2.0. So 1 name per service account can be listed in the credits. So I don't know if it's your real name or your character name. I would assume it's character name. So anyway, that's pretty freaking awesome. So also the other thing, because they're going to tone down the leveling in 2.0, it's in your best interest to pay now. It's only $10 a month, and you can just go to town and level all your jobs before 2.0 hits. That's probably a really good idea. I'm trying to sort of do that, but at least my 2 mage classes, and then maybe my culinary or something like that, just to get a bit of a head start. But I'm a very slow player, only have a little bit of time to play. So, but for a lot of you out there, it's very easy to get all your 50s in before 2.0 hits, because I'm telling you, leveling through leaves right now is really, really fast. And so it's actually got me quite addicted to the game. I'm loving it again. It's so much fun. I've made new friends as I came in once again. I've got 2 link shells going. So a heck of a lot of fun. So from now on, what I'm going to do every time there's a new event or every time there's a new patch, I'm going to record a video and talk to you guys about it and whatever is going on in the world of Eorzea. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is kind of an introduction, I'm here again video, so it's not too big on information. These are kind of just the basic things that I wanted to throw out there, and just telling you guys that the game is coming along quite well. I'm pretty impressed with it so far. It's still light on content, but it is far more solid than it's ever been. So that's really, really encouraging. And I'm hoping that, when 2.0 hits, it's just going to be a wonderful game. So anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you later on Moogle Speak. Bye.